Hey guys, Scott here and welcome to the Rogue Review. So today I'm going to be talking about Wonder Woman. I'm super late to the party in this one, guys. I'm sorry. Usually with superhero films, I'm there on opening day watching it, but I've been on tour with my band most of June, so I'm finally here. Let's talk about Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman, yeah, it is the fourth film in this DC cinematic universe, following Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Suicide Squad. Three films I'm not very fond of. You know, and so I was a bit scared about Wonder Woman. I was thinking, I mean, it's getting great reviews, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm excited for it. And even driving to the cinema, I have to say, the whole time I was thinking about just driving back. I was thinking, do I want to waste my money again? Because I really wasn't a fan of those other films, but I was pleasantly surprised by Wonder Woman. I'm not a massive fan of the film. There's things I like, and there's things I really just think they just missed the mark on. But let's get into the positives first. So the story essentially is of Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot. She is an Amazon. She lives in this island with all women, the Amazons, and they're created by Zeus. So they live in paradise. And then one day, a plane crashes down containing Chris Pine's character, Steve Trevor. He's basically like, yeah, there's a war happening out there. Hello, and so yeah, she basically goes out into the world with Chris Pine's character and goes and fights the Germans. Yeah, so that is essentially the beginning of Wonder Woman. And I have to say, Gal Gadot, I've only ever seen her in Triple Nine. I haven't seen the Fast and Furious movies. Just fast cars just I don't know, don't do anything for me. So I've never seen them. But I have seen Tokyo Drift. And so the only other film I've seen her in is Triple Nine, and it's barely even a role. She's in it for 5 seconds. She looks pretty, and then she's gone. And so yeah, I was really blown away by her here. I thought she was just she she had this just aura about her as a character. She was just so lovely and felt like you'd expect a princess to sort of be. She was fierce in her compassion and love for others. And she really kicked ass as well. And so I really loved her performance as Diana. I just, every time she smiled, I melted like butter. I think we've determined that I have a crush on Gal Gadot now. But yeah, she was great, and I have to say I was tearing up when I saw the Amazons on screen for the first time. I was just like, there's something really moving about watching all these really strong women beat the crap out of each other. I don't know what it is, but I was tearing up every time they were in a scene. I was just like, this is just amazing. It's just like, just you don't see this a lot, do you? In films nowadays, and we need to see more of it. More women in film portrayed like this. That was great. So there's sort of like the things I really liked about the film. I really felt that it was pushing the envelope in terms of female representation in cinema, and I really felt that the character of Wonder Woman is a different sort of superhero to what we have before. I don't think Marvel have a female superhero like Wonder Woman on their roster currently. Maybe Captain Marvel fill that slot. So she felt really different. But my main issue with the film is that, and I'm not really going to get into spoilers, but there's a scene early on where Diana's young, and she thirsts for battle, and she wants to be a warrior, and her mother, Connie Nielsen's character, is sort of holding her back and saying, no, I don't want you to be a warrior, like this is what war does, this is what the world outside of Themyscira, their island, is like. And she's like, we need to be compassionate and kind to others, and so they almost there set up this internal conflict for Wonder Woman in the film. And this idea that she thirsts for battle, but she wants to help people. And I thought that's gonna be a really interesting dynamic. This sort of flawed identity. And then it's just dropped. As soon as they age her up to being Gal Gadot, she's just Snow White. She just wants to defeat Ares. That's like her main goal, and it drives her. But there's no real big internal conflict, it feels. It's more about her conflict with the world, and it just feels like their setup doesn't match the film that we got, and so it feels disjointed, and I feel the film we got just wasn't that interesting. There's a lot of fish out of water stuff that I thought was a bit pointless, a bit superfluous. Like, in every scene they keep saying, nearly every scene in the film, they're just like, this woman is different. Who is this woman? And they keep doing the fish out of water stuff to emphasize that she's weird and she doesn't fit in. But the fact is that you don't need all that stuff there. You don't need all that dialogue, because it's just clear that in the scenes, that she's in, the choices that she makes, that she is different, and I just wish that if they cut 80% of the dialogue from this film, I think it would just, the action alone would just speak for itself. I would say a lot more about this character, but because they have to constantly sort of explain her, to you, and sort of, a lot of Chris Pine's character, who I really didn't like here, he's just constantly pulling her out of rooms and saying, don't do anything, and don't do that, I'm going to go do this. And it's just like, she is so incredibly capable. She's more capable than you. And even after she's proved herself, he's just like, nah, let's chill here, I'm going to go do the thing. It's just really annoying. So I just feel we got a really good version of Wonder Woman here, but the story around her wasn't a fan of. And I'm glad it's doing well, though, because I'm hoping we get more of these sorts of films coming out, because we really need them as a society, because there's not enough of this stuff around. Anyway, I'm Scott, this is the Rogue Review. Comment below, let me know. What did you think of Wonder Woman? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Sort of in between. Anyway, guys, peace. Catch you later.